I think we settled in. Eventually, I think early on we got pretty sped up. We missed some layups. We had some quick turnovers. So I think it was good to see us, settle in, and we saw the double, we saw the triple, at times, and we, built our offense, that we have some counters to that. So maybe initially we weren't going to have that first look that we've been so much focused on, but, I credit a lot to our kids, for figuring it out in game and making some adjustments there.
This is a team that lost its top 2 leading scorers from last year, and Joel Watkins, William Jester, 2 great players. So many different players stepped up today, contributing all over the stat sheet. Just how big do you think that is to build the confidence for your roster top to bottom heading forward against a North Dakota team later this week? Yeah, I really wanted to get a lot out of today, and one of it being confidence, right? And, I knew that if we played the way that we are capable of playing and do what we do best, and hopefully that was going to come to fruition, and really, really excited to see very much a balanced stat sheet. So we can score in multiple ways. Obviously, we've talked a lot about our posts, but we got some really good three-point shooters around them. And so it allows us to space the floor. It allows us, to not hopefully get doubled or digged on. And our posts are good passers once they settled in. So great to see so much balance, scoring on the stat sheet.
Being able to see that kind of balance, get everybody minutes. I mean, we got kind of what you guys wanted to do coming in, get as many minutes to as many players as possible. Obviously, all 12 players played, all 12 players scored as well. Yeah,
that you hope that happens. You never know what the day is going to bring, but as the game went on, especially I thought we came out really, really strong in that second half. And we talked a lot about at halftime. We made some adjustments. I thought our kids did a good job with the adjustments, but we talked about playing hard, and we cleaned some things up. And so I thought our starters did a really good job of starting that second half, which allowed, for a lot more people to play. And, it's great to see.
This was the annual Kids Day game here at Youngstown State. Not only a great chance to give exposure for your program to these young kids in the area, but I think also a great way for the team to get ready for the noise that you might hear at your school, like we play at Michigan State coming up. How big do you think that was for the players to feel that noise and play through here today as kind of a small sample size for what could become?
Yeah, it's a great point, Anthony, and we do it right here at Youngstown. Again, credit to our marketing department, credit to Chick-fil-A for being the sponsor of the Kids Day game again. This is an unbelievable atmosphere. I know Daisha said it in her press conference, but who wouldn't want to start their first game in this type of environment on your home floor? So I do think this will prepare us, for some road games, and we have 2 on the road. Obviously going at North Dakota is not going to be easy, and so hopefully this will help us. But we did a much better job this year of preparing for the noise, and I thought our group was locked into that. We echoed a lot of calls today. We were all on the same page.
Now, obviously, talked a lot about the strength of the post group and the versatility and the things that they can do. The advantage they had on the glass, getting second chance points, scoring points in the paint. Is that something that you hope to translate on a night-to-night basis for you guys, that kind of inside-out game?
Yeah, really, really proud of them, for how they cleaned up the glass, and they were relentless on the glass, and that is hopefully the makeup of our roster is, they can go hard, and then they get a sub, and now this post is coming in, and she's going hard to the glass, and so that's demoralizing a little bit, for the opponent. So, credit to them for playing as hard as they did, and then capitalizing on it as well. But you saw, our posts and their versatility and what they can do. Obviously you saw Sophia Gregory now being able to bring the ball up. How difficult is that to stop in transition? So I thought she made some really good decisions in transition, and she's still learning that position.
Last year's roster was just riddled with so many injuries and inopportune times, and a lot of those players have returned this season. I was talking to Danny about her. Ashlyn, Daisha had injury trouble. Sarah.
The list goes on and on, right? Yeah.
As a leader of these young women, how satisfying is that for you to be able to see them go through all that training and recovery and now be able to show that on the floor?
Yeah, I think it's really cool, for those kids to get back on the floor. Again, how hard they worked in the off season with their rehab and their recovery. Again, our sports medicine department did a great job. I think they're all in a really good place, both physically and mentally, because it's a toll mentally as well. But how cool was it to see their teammates get so excited for them, when they hit that first bucket or they got into the game. And that's what this group is all about. We talk a lot about being a great teammate. We talk a lot about our cohesion, all 12 of us. So that was awesome to see.
Thank you.
Cool. Thank you.